Foreign violence is being condemned all round. The Somali Association of South Africa now wants those responsible for the looting and violence against foreign nationals, in particular African migrants as well, to face the might of the law. The association's Shukri Dees is joining us now live from our studio in Pretoria. Shukri, a very good morning to you. First up, let's just get your reaction to the violence and the attacks on shops that we have seen since Sunday in parts of Gauteng province.
Good morning to you and good morning to the audience. As a chairperson of Somali Association of South Africa, we are condemning the attacks of African migrants and African nationals, specifically people from Africa continent. What's happening in South Africa is very unbelievable. We are giving our deepest concern of condemning the issue of anti-foreign sentiment, which is anti-Africa people only in South Africa. As a national director, as national chairperson of Somali Association of South Africa, xenophobic attack was a long time history in South Africa since 2008. The most questionable part is that democratic country with their leaderships available and present, it is very unjustifiable, it is very unbelievable the government to miss a solution for xenophobic issue in South Africa. As an example, South Africa community in all are not a very bad community. In my concern to this issue, I blame government as total. From Africa continent, we are in South Africa due to a certain limitation of time. Otherwise, we are here for a purpose, some of other Africa continent. The government should consider the purpose of Africa continent to be in South Africa.
Okay,
there's no good common sense.
Mr. Dees, sorry, just to cut in there. I get your overall sentiment. Just from a Somali perspective, how badly have your community been affected by this violence?
Xenophobic violence since 2008 up to now, Somali is just a daily break to xenophobic violence in South Africa. It's not only these times, but every time, every year. It is very deepable concern to Somali community as well to other Africans. I'm speaking on behalf of all Africans. It's not specific to Somali at these times. It affects all Africa peoples, and it is very condemnable issues that need South Africa leaders to take appropriate action to solve this matter in appropriate way, which that justify to laws and enforcement which can accommodate all Africa countries to South Africa government. Otherwise, they should come out with a very good mechanism that will restore Africa continents to be out of South Africa in a due process which adopted by South Africa government, not to the hand of South Africa community, which shows that it is not a significant image to the continent.
Mr. D, sorry to cut in there. What is this appropriate action you are calling for the government to take? Can you describe it, please?
I need systematic action of government, since the xenophobic that affecting Africa continent at these levels is not coming from South Africa community. It is something involved by South Africa leaders, whether it is politicians or whether it is ruling parties or South Africa leaders. There is a lot of xenophobic sentiment made by high-ranking people of South Africa leaders. Then there is no action has been taken from South Africa government. If the South Africa government want Africa communities from Africa continent to leave South Africa countries, then it has to be followed a process that will accommodate safely for them to go out of the country without causing Africa to Africa problems.
Okay, thank you.
That's my concern.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for explaining that.